All right, come meet me on all fours. Knees and hips aligned, shoulders and wrists aligned. Take a second now to bring the navel in towards the spine, a slight tuck of that tailbone. So you're gonna feel that active little pull underneath you. Wrap the elbows in, roll the shoulders back. So it might feel a little unnatural at first, where you're like, okay, it's a slight tuck of the tailbone, these elbows are pulling back. Take a nice, long, deep inhale in through the nose. And a long, big sigh out the mouth. Taking the chest down to the ground, opening up the back, hips up towards the sky, shoulders and neck up high. Now let's reverse that, tucking that tailbone in, tucking that chin, nice and slow. Taking the chest now over to the right for a big barrel, all the way down to the ground, all the way to the left, and back up through center. And then what do you know? Let's reverse it, taking it over to the left, back down through center, bringing it over to the right. Back in through center. Now walk those hands out about 6 inches. Taking those elbows down to the ground. Tuck those toes and send those hips high to the sky. So you're in a nice little pike position here, a dolphin pose. So the pressure is on the arms. You're feeling it in your shoulders, I know. Can you lift the hips just a little higher? You're going to create a little more tension in those legs and those quads and those thighs and those hamstrings to distract you from that upper body. Holding it just for another 4, 3, 2, 2, and 1. Coming back down onto the knees, onto all fours. Take the right wrist, flip it so the top of the palm is on the mat. So you're giving yourself a nice little wrist relief. And then switch it out. Take the right hand down, left hand, top of the hand down on the mat. And then you're taking that left hand back. We're gonna get ready to move into our glute section. You have 4 moves, 3 rounds, 30 seconds per move, no rest in between. You'll give me a donkey to a fire hydrant, and then you'll take it to the diagonal with a little diagonal donkey pulse, and then a rainbow, taking it corner to corner. And then last but not least will be a small straight leg lift. So maybe you're gonna get it to about a total straight leg here, all the way out to the end. And then you're gonna lift it as high as you can without totally compromising the back. We're gonna keep that back as straight as possible, but you can have a little lift there. Getting ready in about 30 seconds. Pick whatever side you want to start with. It'll be that donkey to fire hydrant to start. You have 4, 3, 2, and 1. So you're going to be a donkey kick to a fire hydrant. Now that donkey kick is you're concerned about that straight back, that fire hydrant, you're concerned about that parallel leg. This is too much on the wrists, no worries. You just come down and you still do it on the forearms. You have about 10 seconds left here. Then we'll take it to that diagonal donkey pulse in 4, 3, 2, and 1. Diagonal donkey pulse out to the diagonal. Little tiny pulses. Woo. And that pulse is coming from the squeeze of that glute there, right? You can have the foot pointed or flexed, whatever feels better for you. 15 seconds, navel in towards the spine. Shoulders wrapped in, elbows wrapped in. Lift a little higher for just 5, 4. We're going to go into the rainbows in 3, 2, and 1. Taking that leg out to the diagonal and then lifting it up through the center and bringing it across. Now again, that nice flat back, that lift might take some time, because oftentimes you think when you lift, that lower back is going to just curve out. Nice and straight here. 10 seconds. Give me 4, 3, 2, and 1. Come to the center for that small lift to the big lift. Oh yeah, and that other glute. You're gonna feel that other glute. That one's gonna start screaming at you. It's gonna say, oh my gosh, are we there yet? We are, we're almost there. For 10 more seconds. You got this. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and switch sides. I have to switch directions. You have that donkey to fire hydrant, other side. Whew. Now this glute might already feel toasted. I'm supporting that other one, I know. Trust me, I feel it too. I feel a lot of things. 5 seconds. 3, 2, 1. Diagonal donkey. Tiny little pulses here. You're gonna feel that hip burn. Woo. 15 seconds. Keep it up. I know I want to drop it too, but I'm keeping it up for us, for me, for you, for just 5, 4. We'll go into the rainbows in 3, 2, and 1. Take it to the diagonal, and then lift through the center and to the other side. Now you're not getting this super high, and that's okay. Maybe you're not going super fast, and that's okay. 10 seconds. Give me 4, 3, 2, and 1. Take that leg to the center. You have that small lift to the big lift. Just as the song says, breathe. Don't be afraid to make some sound. Ha. That's how you release. 10, 5, 3, 2, 1. Whoo! Tap out those glutes, shake out those wrists, whatever you gotta do. We got class to get through. You have 6 moves, 3 rounds, 45 seconds on, 15 seconds off. Whew. So you've got your, what are we starting with? Oh, I know, it's a weightless RDL. So you're gonna hinge those hips and you're gonna send those hips back. You're gonna feel like you're shaving the legs with those arms. We're gonna get a nice flat back and then squeezing the glutes, keeping that core nice and tight to lift you back up. Weightless RDL. And then from here, you're gonna take it to a 2 lateral lunge pulse. Those legs will go out nice and wide, sit it back, 2 lunges, you know the drill on that. And then low, lay down, leg lift. So in a Superman position, I will come all the way down. You can put the hands on top of the palms, stacked. You're gonna lift one leg, hips really pushing into the ground, lift the other leg, and then both legs. I want the hands down the whole time though. And then from here, you'll do a forearm plank hip dip, so forearm plank side to side. Then you're gonna hold a high plank, and then last but not least, crazy fun, but want to get a little cardio in. You've got 2 options here. The broad jump, you're just gonna go to jump, if you can, all the way to the top of your mat. Then you can walk it back, or you can just reverse that jump. If that is not for you, stay nice and low, and you just walk it up to the top, and then you walk it back. So you're still working those glutes, still working that core. Getting ready in 15 seconds. Woo! I know we're gonna go through this one. It's gonna be, oh, not that. It's gonna be a lot of fun, I promise you. Getting ready in 10 seconds. Give me 5. Go with that weightless RDL in 3, 2, 1. Feet nice and parallel. Hands can be in fists. You're gonna hinge the hips back, hips back. Nice flat back as though you were shaving the legs. And then you go to lift it up. The palms can also be facing in towards each other, keeping those shoulders nice and open the whole time. Feeling a stretch in those hamstrings. sometimes the simplest of moves are really just the most effective. 10 seconds. 4, 3, 2, and 1. 15 seconds off. You're gonna take it to that side, just to that 2 times lateral lunge pulse. Give me 10 seconds. Open up those legs. Roll back those shoulders. Hands can be in prayer or a little dynamic. In 3, 2, 1. You are on. Sitting those hips back. 2 little pulses. And then to the other side. So like we said, sometimes the simplest moves are the most effective. And sometimes those simplest thoughts are the ones that are going to get us through the most. Oftentimes we're going through this like moment of chaos of so many different thoughts and things and experiences. When we slow down and we go, wait, I'm okay. Wait, I'm fine. It's going to be that way. We have 14 seconds left. Maybe you're sitting a little lower each time. Whew. I know we cooked those glutes earlier, but don't worry, we still got more to go. You have 3, 2, and 1. Coming onto the stomach, palms on top of the mat, head on top of the palms, single, single, double. Let's go, shall we? You have 5, 4, hips nice and square in 3, 2, 1. You're gonna lift one leg and lower. Lift the other leg and lower. And then you're gonna actively lift up both, squeeze those glutes and lower. Now that lower is not just coming from gravity. It is just as active in the lift as you do in the lower. Breathe. You have about 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Lower it all down. Take a second to breathe. We're going to stay here down on the ground, but we'll be up on the forearms for that forearm plank hip dip. So a little bit of core. You're welcome. You have 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Lift those hips up. So you're going to drop it to the right and then drop it to the left. Trying not to lift too high in the center. Trying to stay nice and balanced. Letting those thoughts be thoughts and those emotions be emotions. Those feelings be feelings. Because your feelings are not your thoughts are not your emotions. They're 3 different words with 3 different meanings. So let each one stand on its own and know that you are not any of those. You are you. That is all you can be. For just 3, 2, 1, and done. Come up off those forearms. Shake it out for a second. Take a second to breathe, but don't worry, we're going right back in for a high plank hold. I know, it's core time. Getting ready in 5, 4, high plank hold in 3, 2, and 1. You are on. Now you're pushed back into those heels. That chest is nice and open. You're squeezing the core. That neck is nice and neutral, not looking down at the feet, not looking all the way out in front of you. The top of the mat. If at any moment you need to pike those hips up for a little moment of relief, that's okay. I get it. You just come right back down. Breathe through this one. 10, less than that. 4, 3, 2, 1, release. To the top you go. Well, actually, no. Stand it up you go. Got that broad jump. And again, if that jump is not for you, you're just staying nice and low with some little monster squat moves in 3, 2, 1. Jumping to the top of the mat. And I'm gonna walk it back. Just a little bit of power, a little bit of cardio. Whew. Good thing I live on the first floor, because if you're on the second floor, I know this is not for you. But again, if it's not for you, you're just staying nice and low. And that little squat up And then you squat it, walk back. Whew. 15 seconds. You're powering through that broad jump. You're pushing those hips forward and you're walking it back. You have 4. You can get 1 more in. 3, 2, and 1. 15 seconds. To the top you go. Woo. Weightless RDL. Getting ready. Squeezing those glutes. You have 5, 4. Have those hands in front of you. 3, 2, 1. Hinge those hips back. Shave those legs. Or don't. My fun fact, I don't really like to shave my legs. Not because I'm like, fuck the patriarchy. Maybe a little bit. I just don't care. Kind of like Nina Simone. She just didn't care. 15. Nice and slow here. No rush. 3. 2. And 1. Rest. Pull it back up. Next is that 2 times lateral lunge pulse. Getting a little lower. Sitting it back a little further. You have 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. So you're taking it down and you're pulsing it side to side. You're feeling those hips. You're feeling that thigh and that hip. Maybe it's making a little skin to skin contact. I know if it is for me. And there was this moment in time where I felt so ashamed of what my body looked like. And I wasn't concerned about what it felt like. And then because I was so concerned about what it looked like, it started to feel like absolute garbage. So this is your invitation to just worry about how it feels. Because when you feel good, that honestly is when you look good. You have 4, 3, 2, 2, 2, and 1. Come lay it on the stomach with me. You have those single leg, single, double lifts. Ooh. And you think you're like, okay, I'm just getting some relief laying down. Not if you're working those glutes. You have 3, 2, 1. We lift single. Feel those hip bones really pushing into the mat. Single. Double. Breathe. About 10 seconds left. I know. I know how you feel. I felt that way too. We're gonna feel it together. 3, 2, 1, and done. Release. Let it all go. We're gonna come up onto those forearms, those plank hip dips. In 4, 3, 2, and 1. Lift it and dip it. Side to side. Letting those hips lift up, not super high, but finding some space between each movement. Wringing out the center of that core, the center that holds us all, for just 10 more seconds. That's it. Staying up here for 10 more seconds. Give me 4, 3, 2, and 1. Release. Come up on those shins. Shake out those arms. Maybe it's a little child pose. Whatever you need, because you're coming right into that high plank hold. And 4, 3, 2, and 1. It's a high plank hold. You're pushed back into those heels. Collarbone is open. Elbows wrapped in. Maybe you're closing those eyes if you feel comfortable. Hold. You are almost there. Almost. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Ooh, done. You're gonna stand it up. You got another little broad jump series, or you have that little monster squat, whatever is working for you. Oh, I'm sweating. You have 3, 2, 1. Broad jump all the way to the top of the mat. And then a little walk back. Now I know, oftentimes we think we need it to look pretty. We need it to look good. Again, don't worry about what it looks like. Worry about how it feels. You have about 20 more seconds. You're almost there. 10. Give me 5. Maybe you get one more in. 4, 3, 2, and 1. 15 seconds of rest. This is it. Your last round. One more move of everything. And then a little bit of glutes. Just a little bit. You have 4. Weightless RDL in 3, 2, 1. Hinge those hips back. Shave those legs. And then bring it right back up. Feet are nice and parallel. Maybe there's a slight little turn out here. Squeezing those glutes at the top, really pushing those hips forward. Breathe. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Done. 2 times lateral lunge pulse. All right. Let's do this, shall we? You have 4 nice and wide legs. 3, 2, and 1. Let's take it to the side. Little lateral lunge. And then back the other way. And then pulse is just small. A little heartbeat there. You can always invite the hand to reach the heart, to touch the body. Whatever's gonna help keep you safe and stable. 20 more seconds. 10. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. 15 seconds of rest. Down to the mat you go. Head in those hands. Single, double lift. Ooh. For 3, 2, 1, you are on. Single leg, double. I'm gonna go a little quiet here. It feels good. $15. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Release. Shake out those feet. Woo! We're gonna come into that forearm plank hip dip. 3 more moves. That's all you got. 4, 3, 2, 1. Forearm plank hip dip, side to side. Feel those oblique muscles. Feel a chatterbox inside of you. Because you think your conversation might come from your head and your mouth, but so much of what we're saying comes from deep inside of us, and deep inside of us is in that core. So this is where we're working on creating the depth and creating that space, making sure that volume is loud and we are heard. because you deserve to say what you think and feel what you feel. For 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 15 seconds of rest. Oh. High planks are coming in. It's gonna be that hold, and I'm gonna shut the fuck up the whole time. And we're just gonna listen for 3, 2, 1. High plank hold. See you on the other side. Five, 3, 2, 1, done. Last move, stand it up. Broad jumps. Or the little monster squat walk. In 4, 3, woo, fuck this one up. In 2, and 1. Jump it to the top. Walk it back. Don't be afraid to get a little messy here. Don't be afraid to fuck it up. Because the fear of fucking it up is what's going to hold you back. Fear is just a feeling. Fear is something we overcome through the thought process, positive reinforcement, and personal engagement. 3, 2, last one, 1. All right, 15. Oh no, no more rest. On the back you go. 3 moves, 1 round, 1 minute per move. Glute bridge abductors, and a pulse. We're getting right to it. I'll see you guys on the mat. You have 4. No, you don't. You've got a little second. There we go. 10 seconds. Getting ready for that glute bridge. In 4, 3, 2, 1. You're on for that glute bridge. You're just lifting and lowering. Lift, lower. You can find the beat of the rhythm, or you're on your own time. All we know is that we have the same time. Your time is no different than my time. We all, unfortunately, are following the same hours, minutes, and seconds. But how we spend that time, totally our own individual process. Right now, we're spending it in collective movement. But after this, you're off to do your thing and I'm off to do mine. But we're all gonna know that we're feeling our best because we just did our best. 10 seconds. And then we'll keep those hips nice and lifted for those abductors, where we're gonna push those knees in and out. In 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Keep those hips lifted, and those knees are just gonna pulse in and out. You're gonna add those hands on the outside of those thighs for a little extra resistance and a little extra support, a little bit of both. Making sure that tailbone is up facing the sky. Glutes are squeezed. Maybe you need to grab those and say, okay, hello. I feel you, I see you. In and out. Don't be afraid of your own body. Don't be afraid of your own thoughts. Those are all you, and you are entitled to them. 15 more seconds here. I know. How are you getting out of your lower back? By squeezing those glutes, by tugging that tailbone under, so the power is in the bottom and not in the back. 5, oh, that was fast. 3, 2, 1. I'm gonna set my hips down just for a quick moment and then lift it back up to just pulse it up. Tiny little pulses here. Lift. Now this one really fucking burns. At any moment you do need to lower, like I need to, I'm gonna do that. And then I'm gonna take that deep breath. I'll meet you right back up there. Not much longer left. Oh yeah, this one's really getting me today. That's okay. It's not about perfection. It's about practice. And we're gonna get there. And one day it will be perfect. And what perfect means to you is different to me. What perfect means to me is different than you. Ooh, 3, 2, 1. My bad. Went so fast. All right, you know the drill. It's a quick photo. It's just you and me. Getting ready. In 5. I know. I feel it too. 3, 2, 1. Fabulous. Thank you so much for joining. I'll see you soon. Bye.